Namaste. The great Chinese oracle, Ching, Hexagram 24, is called return. And in the text, it describes that this hexagram is connected with the winter solstice, the first 6 degrees of Capricorn. When the sun is in this degrees, that is the limit of its southern journey and the beginning of the return of the light. And it says, all change is accomplished in 6 stages, and the 7th brings return. So change is accomplished in 6 stages, and the 7th brings return. That's why there are 7 chakras. And that's why we have divided up the process of traumatic transformation or post-traumatic growth. We prefer the first one because it's broader in scope and more applicable to things like sadhana. That's why there are 7 types of transformation, and they are physical, emotional, UFOs, paranormal, precognitive, and transcendent. So you see how the laws of the universe are the same and just expressed differently by different cultures. But we have become so conditioned by the religious concept and by the social concept that we think this transformation is possible only within a religious context. But that's not true, because the principle of transformation, the magical laws that govern it, are applicable in any kind of situation, in any stage of life. And that is what we are going to reveal and discuss in this series. So first, we're going to begin with physical transformation. Physical transformation can be traumatic, like an accident, athletic, or sexual. Emotional transformation can be a performance or devotional act, a creative act. UFOs or UAPs could be about spacecraft, encounters, abductions, etc. Paranormal experiences could be telepathy, clairvoyance, teleportation, etc. Precognitive can involve divination, such as the use of astrology or I Ching, dreams, and visions, whereas transcendent transformation involves consciousness, realizations, and initiations. So we are going to broaden the context, widen the scope of this channel from a focus on transcendent transformations to include the entire spectrum, all the chakras, and how the different yogas that apply to those chakras can be used to create a deliberate state of transformation. And also how to hold these traumatic experiences that lead to the other kinds of transformation so that they have a beneficial result. Post-traumatic growth is due to understanding the nature of trauma. Trauma occurs when we neglect the pursuance of higher consciousness. In other words, when we drop our sadhana, when we don't perform austerities, when we don't take trouble on ourselves, intentional suffering, tapasya, and bring on these states of intense consciousness and sensation. Nature requires these to fulfill its purpose of acting as a mirror for the self-realization of Brahman. When we neglect these processes, she will visit upon us suffering, difficulty, obstacles, and so on. We want to share our experience in making the path smooth by taking up intentional suffering in any one of these 6 areas. Of course, the 7th area is Brahman, and Brahman never changes or transforms, but the other 6 do. And so the theme of this whole series is going to be conscious transformation. You know, there's a saying, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? So when bad things happen, we determine what is good and bad, right? That's our judgment. Nature doesn't have any such ideas. She needs intensity. She needs energy. Energetic application in any of these 6 areas will generate positive results in the long run. We are going to go into these 6 areas of transformation and change using either accidental or deliberate trauma. Well, what is trauma? It means a sensation that is beyond our pain threshold. By deliberately putting ourselves in that kind of a situation, we can rise above the normal everyday suffering of life and reach higher states of consciousness that lead to transformation. So we're going to go over this. I'm going to have a conversation with Dave tomorrow morning and post it here. Then we are going to begin going through these 6 categories of changes in great detail. So I'm looking forward to sharing all this wisdom with you, and I hope you are too. And we'll see you in the next episodes. Om Tat Sat.